This is an easy recipe you can do under 10 minutes at home. So let's get started. Get your stove on, get the pans nice and hot. All you need is a whisk, spoon. For the ingredients, a beautiful piece of salmon with the skin on, scored 3 times across the back. Quarter of a block of butter, cubed. And here I got some kale, whole tomato cut in half, and just finely chopped parsley. Now, super simple. In the small pan, we're just gonna add a touch of water. Just a little bit of water. Get it on a low heat and just let it be. Now in the large pan, get that pan hot. So, to know if your pan is hot enough to start searing salmon, a little test that I do. Flick some water. If it still sizzles on the pan, it's not hot enough. The water should just be sliding around the top. That's when you know it's at the perfect temperature. While that's going, get your salmon, touch of oil on the skin, on the flesh, season with salt, both sides. Black pepper. Now the pan's starting to smoke. So we're gonna test again. The water is just staying on top. Touch of oil. Now we don't need this to be piping hot. We want that nice sear on that salmon. Get your salmon and just gently lay it across. By scoring the salmon, it helps prevent the fish from curling up. So you get a nice flat surface, nice crispy skin. See how it still moves on the pan? Perfect. We're just gonna let that go, medium heat. While that's going, on the side, get your 2 tomatoes, oil on the flesh side, salt, be generous. Black pepper. And we're just gonna gently lay this aside. The salmon. While this is cooking, now for the butter sauce, just a little bit of water, add your butter, cube by cube. With the water and butter, it's just gonna start emulsifying. And there you have it, a nice and easy butter sauce done. Now turn the heat down on that butter sauce. Get your salmon. Just check that flesh. Check that skin. Nice and crispy. Flesh side down. And we're just gonna let that gently poach in that butter. It's gonna absorb all that flavor. Delicious. Buttery deliciousness. Now, we're just gonna flip these tomatoes over. Getting that nice char on it. That burnt flavor with that sugary sweetness, umami from the tomato oozing out. Takes it to a whole new level. From here, we're gonna add the kale. This is so easy to make at home. You only got 2 pans. Less cleanup, lots of flavor. We got the salmon flavor in this pan with the tomatoes, with the kale. Lovely. So a little bit more touch more oil. More salt. Black pepper. Add your last cube of butter in there. And we're just gonna add a little bit of this beautiful butter sauce in there, just to get the leafy greens going. Now with leafy vegetables, you don't want to take it too far. You want to keep that nice shape on it, otherwise it gets too soft. So at this point, off the heat, and it's done. Take this off. The tomatoes aren't quite there yet. I'm just gonna let it keep blistering in the pan and get really, really soft. The salmon, that's done. Now in the same pan, we're gonna finish up our sauce here. Finely chopped parsley. Touch of salt. Kind of move that around. If your butter sauce looks like it's about to split, which it kind of looks like it's going to, you're just gonna hit it with a touch of water. Keep agitating the butter sauce without water. We're gonna bring it all back together. The tomatoes are nice and soft. We're gonna get it off the heat. Now for the most exciting part, the plating. Super simple. Salmon in the front. Listen to that. Nice and crispy skin. As with the game, got your tomatoes. Right in the back. And your leafy vegetables. Just pile them nicely in the back. And that lovely butter sauce to finish. That just glory at its finest. Get a touch of that over your kale and over your tomatoes. And there you have it. Salmon Meuniere done. Now, let's first taste that salmon. You got that beautiful crispy skin with that soft and tender flaky flesh. Melt that and mix that in with that butter sauce that you've made. Velvety, smooth, and just full packed of flavor, and jumping right into those tomatoes softly blistered with that slightly crunchy and tender buttered kale. Frickin' delicious.